Just let me know when you're ready. Cool. Faiek Davids, this is one of the homes of cricket in the world, people say. Particularly in South Africa, of course, Newlands Cricket Ground. Six-gun grill Newlands, of course, as we know, the new sponsor of the Cape Cobras. Quite fitting, a victory at Newlands as the last ever game for the Cape Cobras. But you're a legend over here. I've heard so many times people talk about you as a legend of Newlands, of Western Province, and of course now with the Cape Cobras as well. But let's start with your memories at Newlands. What are some of your best memories that you've had at this amazing ground?
Yeah, Khalid, first of all, I mean, it's long overdue that we needed a victory, and we finally, came over the line, obviously, with a fantastic clinical performance. But yeah, you're asking me, going back, yes, I can remember the first time I came to Newlands, it was a completely different setup here. I remember as we're standing in front of the oaks here, I remember wooden benches here on this side. I remember a house on that side. I remember a complete different stadium with chalets on the other side of the railway stand. I remember a scoreboard in the far end there with the new building is up there now. There was an old scoreboard, a manual scoreboard there on that side. I remember a B field on where the nets are now. I remember a B cricket field on that side. So that's how far I know this place.
Yeah.
So I've seen this place evolve over the years. I think in the last 30 years, I can say. And to see that we've got a new building on the Castle Corner side there. So it's been a long journey. It's been an interesting journey. It's been a tough journey. There's been highs and there's been lows. But to be part of the history of this ground, I can remember the first team that I was selected in to play at Newlands. People like Eric Simons, Lawrence Seif, Terence Lazard. I was the first player of color that was playing. And then, I had one or two guys joining me, Hassan Pangaka. So it's been a long journey. It's been an interesting journey. And to stand on this ground now makes me feel proud of where we started and where we are now, and going into the new era now. I remember the Castle Cup, back then. So it was 4-day matches back then. I remember the different sponsors that came through the 30 years. I can't remember them all, but I remember back in the day. It's been very, very interesting, and I'm very proud to still be part of the history of this ground.
I want to ask you about some of the main performances maybe that you've witnessed over here as a coach, maybe as a player as well, some of them that you've had from an international perspective as well, but mainly from the Cape Cobras perspective, because the way you guys ended it was excellent to be able to have a guy breaking the records for the likes of JP Duminy, Graham Smith, Andrew Patik, in Peter Malan scoring 264. You've seen the likes of Calverena having excellent performances over here at Newlands so many times. George Linder obviously making it to the national side. We've got Zubair Hamza, who was obviously the 100th Protea, coming through playing for the Cape Cobras. Give me some of your main memories about this particular franchise and what will be missed about this particular brand.
Well, first of all, I mean, there's too many to mention, and freshly in my mind, obviously now as a 56-year-old man, the memory is not as fresh as it should be. But obviously very proud to see the guys breaking records, because I mean we've seen the potential in these players, and over the last 3.5 years that we've been here, these are the guys that we brought in because we saw the potential. We know that they possess, that they had all this ability, and obviously a young squad, taking them from where they came from as semi-pro cricketers into where they are now, settled. Called up in Protea, different squads. I mean, it's all proud moments for us as coaches to see the progression of these players. And of course, I mean, there's many other fantastic performances for the franchise. We had Justin Ontongs, we had the Rory Kleinfelds, we had the Verns, we had the JP Duminis, we had the Graham Smiths, we had the Andrew Patiks, we had the Richard Levy's. We had all these big names. I mean, it's a household name now, the Cape Cobras, with a proud history of winning, lots of competitions over the years. And to see now the way we ended off now, that is the potential that we saw in these youngsters. Yes, we all know that for youngsters it takes time really to put everything together and to understand that there's a process in terms of winning matches and then winning competitions. So it's been amazing for me.
So just one last thing, and that is about the new era. What excites you the most about this new era that we're going into in domestic cricket?
Well, of course. I mean, I also come from an era where it was similar to this. There was an A section and a B section. And obviously in the new era, there's more people that's going to get opportunity. There's obviously, a top 8, and there's a B section, which is the 7 sides in the B section. So there's opportunity. Once again, the guys must make use of opportunities. Don't take it for granted. If you get into your business in terms of your preparation and obviously looking to progress in your career, you need to focus, you need to be disciplined, you need to understand the processes of what is required to become a successful cricketer. So I'm very excited for this new setup in South African cricket, and I hope that obviously everybody will go out there and put their best foot forward.
Thanks a lot.
Pleasure.